Alright guys, what is going on? We're here with this recap of game 2. And man, that eighth and ninth inning got real scary for Blue Jays fans, and I'm a Blue Jays fan, so I was scared. I didn't know what was gonna happen. And I felt like they had to get the Hap today. If they could not get the Hap in the Blue Jays bullpen, I did not think they were gonna be able to win game 3. And that's the way I feel about this. They're going to Toronto in that environment where the fans are just crazy and they hate Texas. So, and then they're facing Aaron Sanchez. I felt like they had to win today. That Sunday's going to be interesting to see. So, game starts off. Yu Darvish and Hap both did pretty well. And then Tulowitzki hits that 2-run bomb, and then Hap, he gives up. He's giving up hits. They had chances. They had runners on first and second. The very next inning, runner on first and third, with Carlos Gomez at the plate in that third inning when he struck out, and that pitch came way in, and that umpire called the strike. Myself, I'm a Blue Jays fan, not being a Rangers fan, and I'm like, yeah, they probably should have made that a ball. That was not a strike, but I'll take it. Obviously I'm a Blue Jays fan, I'll take it. But that pitch was just not in the strike zone at all, and they called that, and the umpire called that a lot of times in this game. It wasn't just one, it was a couple of times, even for some of the Blue Jays players. But in the fourth inning, they get a run back, so it's 2-1. Here comes Kevin Pillar, home run. I didn't think it was gonna be a home run, and it was up in the zone the one he swung at, and it still hits a home run. I was like, let's go. So here comes Correa. Somehow I get his name wrong sometimes. I'm sorry about that, guys. That word's just his name, so I just can't say it. But he hits a home run as well, and I'm like, oh shit. Suddenly it's 4-1, and then here two outs later or 1 out later, here comes Edwin Encarnacion, and he just hits one. It was low. I didn't think it was going to be a home run, but it somehow carries enough, and it's 5-1. And they take Yu Darvish out, obviously. Hap still doing good. Go to the 6th inning, and they take him out with 80-something pitches. I thought he could have got another inning, but they take him out. Everything is good up until Liriano comes in, and there's a runner on first and second. Here comes Carlos Gomez, and this is where it got scary. Carlos Gomez hits the ball, and it just hits off the back of the head of Liriano. That was scary looking. I don't know how he was able to. They had said something about coming back up the bat at 100-something miles an hour. I don't know how he was able to take that hit. Oh my gosh. And the runner comes in to score, so it's now 5-2. And so they're going to have to, obviously they have to bring in Roberto Ozuna to take control over the game, because Liriano can't pitch after that. They're probably going to go check for concussions or something. And he gives up a ground out, which is going to give in a run. So now it's 5-3. And Roberto Ozuna is able to come out and get the last out of that inning. So here we go to the top of the ninth. They bring in Sam Dyson. And he doesn't give up anything. So now we go to the bottom of the ninth. The big thing is Texas is the first in the number one in MLB in winning by 1-run games. They've been able to come back and win games. I was worried. Roberto Ozuna did leave Tuesday's game with arm fatigue, as they said, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if he can come and do 2 straight innings like this just after being out of the game with arm fatigue, right shoulder fatigue or whatever. So it was tough. I didn't know what was going to happen. They had Aaron Loop and somebody else warming up in the bullpen. I was like, okay, maybe he can try to get an out. So Beltre hits one, and it's deep. I thought it was going to be a home run, but it comes in, and it looks like Melvin Upton had an opportunity to catch it. It goes over his head, hits the wall, then rolls under his feet. Beltre ends up at second with Rougned Odor coming up to the plate. Damn. That moment, if he would have hit something and drove in that run, that would have been the biggest moment of his career, because last year the bat flip. This year he punched Batista in the face. Comes up, the fans in Texas love him. He comes up, could well be the clutchest moment ever, and 3-1 count. And I'm sitting there like, oh shit. Roberto Ozuna throws one in there, and he swings a huge swing. I'm like, oh, if he would have connected, that'd have been out of here by like freaking miles. Then the very next pitch, he unbuttons his shirt. I was like, oh shit, man, it's gone. He comes in and strikes him out, man. I was like, whoo, luckiest freaking pitch I've ever seen. And so then here comes another player. I forgot who it was. Just drawing a blank here. He flies out to Darren Barney in shallow right field. So here comes Mitch Moreland. The first pitch, he takes a heavy swing at it and misses it. Next pitch does the same thing. Fouls one pitch off and then eventually hits it up in the center field to Kevin Pillar. And I was happy. So we take a 2-0 lead. And we're going to talk about some 2 plays that were really nice. So we second inning. And they're talking to Marco Estrada. So it's like 2 screens, right? And someone hits it. And I was paying attention to the Marco Estrada interview. Like some people probably weren't. And I don't know if maybe people would have saw it. But they didn't really go back and look at it. Right fielder, Jose Batista. And he was getting heckled by fans out there. They were saying some stuff. They were. And he comes in, makes a great diving play. And I was like, holy shit. Anybody not going to talk about that? Like, what they said in the commentary booth, but they didn't keep going with it because it was an interview with Marco Estrada. Like, damn, they should have said something about that. A couple innings later, Kevin Pillar. And at this point, I feel like it's routine. He makes these plays routinely. Diving, sliding, center field catch. I feel like he does this almost every other game. So they were like, it's just basically a routine play, but it's so nice. He deserves that Gold Glove. He should have won it last year. He's got to win it this year. And we take the 2-0 lead in the series. Now, this is what I'm saying. Now, if the Rangers come out there and they do something Sunday night, that's going to be big time because they're facing Aaron Sanchez in Toronto. Hostile environment. Just like it was for the Toronto players in Texas. But let's be honest, some of the Toronto fans get a little bit crazy at games and they are freaking insane. So I want to know what you guys think about this game Sunday. It's going to be big. If the Rangers can show that they can do this, because I'm not trying to be like, oh, they can't. They're facing one of the best pitchers in the American League in Aaron Sanchez. It's going to be a tough time. They're going to have a tough time at the plate. It's Aaron Sanchez. He's had an outstanding season. So, and you saw what he did last Sunday against the Boston Red Sox. No hitter until the 7th inning or 8th inning. Yeah, that's going to be a tough game. So what a great game. Tulowitzki, man, he can't get any more hotter right now. If this man is on fire. He is having a great postseason. Jose Batista didn't get any hits today. He did make that great play in the outfield. Russell Martin still has no hits in the postseason. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe he needs to get fired up or something. I don't know why he's not. We've won 2 games, but Josh Donaldson didn't do as well as he did last game, but he got a hit. Correa, Pillar, Tulowitzki, and Encarnacion, they all had great games. Darren Barney, and I was a little bit worried about offensive wise for Darren Barney. We bring him in. Devin Travis, a late scratch with some knee problems. They bring in Darren Barney, and I'm like, he's maybe a step up in defense-wise, but offense-wise, it's a little letdown. He comes in, didn't really get on base much, but the defensive-wise, it was fine. It's better than Devin Travis, but Devin Travis' offense is a little bit better. So I wasn't worried defense-wise. I'm not worried defense-wise when Devin Travis is out there, but I was a little bit worried offense-wise. But we've got so many great hitters, it wasn't that big of a deal. It's just it added a little bit of a situation to the game that I thought I wanted to talk about here. But like I said, Sunday night, Toronto. That's going to be a crazy game. Toronto comes in and sweeps this. That makes a big statement because the way they played in September, and then this game, the last game yesterday, 10-1. This game today, they gave up 3 runs, but still, man, this is a great series. That's going to be it for me. Let me know what you thought about this game. Man, there's a lot to talk about. I think I got it all in there in almost 10 minutes. I want these to be long. I want to have this crazy ass game Sunday where this video I can sit here and talk for hours about this stuff. I love it. But this is gonna do it here for me. I got an NBA 2K17 video franchise for the Miami Heat coming up right after this video, so be watching out for that one. The Red Sox and Indians are playing now. Then we got Chicago Cubs and San Francisco Giants later on tonight. Those are gonna be good games. I will be I'm watching what's on now, the Red Sox Indians. That's on now on TV right there. So that's gonna be it for me on this one Sunday night. I'll do another post game recap, and yeah, I'm out. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much for watching.